Part-time YouTube celebrity and full-time mechanic, Shawn Cormier loves building big. Like this insane rat rod Tankenstein.
You can sit on your couch and not do things, or you can just get off and try something different. Life's too short.
Shawn's wasting no time in fixing up his latest toy, the Black Widow Monster Trike.
The Black Widow Monster Trike is a collection of old parts, like the tires. They're 44 Gumbo Swampers. The engine comes out of an old Chevette. I think it's a 1.6 liter from the 80s. The transmission's out of a Chevette. The rear end is a shortened up rear end of an S10, and just a collaboration of old parts thrown together into a rat bike.
But looks don't mean much if it doesn't run.
I had some dirt in the timing belt, and it would jump a tooth on the timing every time it turned over, so we fixed all that.
Or if it doesn't stop.
I took it for a test ride. It was way too scary to drive without the brakes, so today we're hooking the brakes up.
He customizes a brake pedal by heating and bending an old wrench and then welding it in place. Using whatever's handy is the magic behind Shawn's build.
It's still not 100% the way it should be.
But Mother Nature is fighting him every step of the way.
Because it's like minus 21 today, and a carburetor, they were known to ice up if they didn't have heated air coming into the carb. So we took this old dryer pipes and it runs right on the other side onto the manifold. So it'll draw hot air right off the manifold. It should keep the carb from icing up, and we should be able to go for a test drive.
The cold is also slowing the final brake welds.
And here's the push rods, the last little bit here. We're gonna weld that nut there. This one will be welded to the shaft. It'll push in like this, and it'll transfer into the master cylinder, which will push the fluid down to the brake lines out to the wheel cylinders, and push the brake shoes into the drums, which will stop, hopefully.
That hope is short-lived as he drives the Black Widow onto and then off of the trailer.
The brakes didn't work. I can't push them hard enough to make them work. Where he's sitting right now, it's got no brakes. Yeah, we can still take it for a ride. I won't be able to stop very quick though. You guys are up for it, I am. This is the historic Picton Airport. It's a World War II bomber training base, and we're gonna do some high-speed runs, hopefully.
In its first test spin, the Black Widow bites back.
A collection of old parts, sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get until you actually test drive it. Like, I had it run in the driveway for hours, but it's not actually test drive unless you hit a bump, jar things around, you know, give it heck.
It finally succumbs to the minus 45 degrees Celsius wind chill.
Cold can be an issue this time of year for carbureted cars. That's why they don't make them anymore. Fuel injection is much nicer. Well, the carb, it works off a Venturi effect, and it speeds up the airflow across the nozzle, and that atomizes the gas into vapors. So when you get really cold air coming in, it'll actually ice that up. It'll freeze it solid. Nope. She's not gonna go.
Defeated, Shawn loads the Black Widow and heads for home, knowing that warmer days are just around the corner.
Ignition on. Welcome back. We're here for another try number 2 with this Black Widow Monster Trike.
It runs for a bit, and then another glitch.
And the choke rod right here, it fell off. So I put a piece of copper wire around it, keep it in place, so we should have a functioning choke.
Finally, the beast comes to life.
It's more of a rolling piece of art right now. It's not that practicalest thing in the world. Something you're not gonna go to get your groceries with. Definitely not gonna go to take to Sunday church with it. It's a bit of handful to drive, especially with no brakes. It's definitely a two-hander. When you get going, those 44 Gumbo mutters on there tend to bounce a lot, and you gotta really hang on to her. It was definitely an adrenaline rush. It might be a little more fun with brakes on it, but I'm frozen solid like a sheet of ice here.